Hey everyone, I am in my backyard with the pups. It is a bright, sunny California day. I'm gonna go hang out back instead of doing this in my office. I just got back from the Run Good series out here in Grayton, but I have some backlog of the World Series of Poker that came here to Thunder Valley. So in this one, let's check out our World Series of Poker play at Thunder Valley. Before we can hop into it, we gotta get our last bit of doggo pets in for good luck. And before we went out, we saw one of the most wild things I've ever seen in my life. The odds of that happening are like 0 to none. Hey, how do you feel, man?
Feel great. Feel great. It's been a long time coming. Been working all day for this, so it feels great to see my hard work coming to, fruition. Everything working out for me. It's been a good night. It's gonna be a good night.
And then a little bit of Top Golf before I go play some cards.
Twinkles!
Hello everyone. We are back at Thunder Valley, but we're here for the World Series of Poker events that are in town. I guess this is going to be the intro because I got here, sat down, and nothing happened for a few levels. I basically still have a starting stack, and we're on our first break. Glad to have you guys along for the ride. StakeKings. We are on StakeKings. We have backers for this one. Make sure you guys get your next piece because I'll tell you what, my next 4, 5, 6 events are sold out. So make sure you grab the listed stuff while you still can. Well, let's hop back into the action. It's great to see how much the property can really open up and fill a ton of seats. Beautiful poker room. But now we have our chips and I'm ready to get some cards in the air. The event starts out with basically little to no resistance, and it's a few orbits before we finally get someone to play back at me. In our first big hand, there is an early position jam for very small, about 3 big blinds. I re-raise with king queen off, and the big blind decides to come along for the ride until we flop king high. And when the big blind checks to me, it's just time to apply max pressure. Let's get it all in. Let's see how many chips I can pick up in this pot. Big blind folds, and we see we're way ahead of the early position raiser, and we're gonna take down this pot. Blinds are now 400, 800, 800, and under the gun opens it up to 2200. Under the gun +1 calls, and I call 2 with a suited Broadway. I think there's merit to 3-betting here, as not to go multi-way, and possibly taking the pot down now, but under the gun is a really stubborn player and doesn't like to fold. So I think calling is the play here. We go 3 ways to an ace-high board with 2 diamonds. I checked dark because, well, that's what all the cool pros do. And of course, under the gun leads out for 3,300. Not folding here. I call to go heads up to a turn and check dark once again. Fortunately, on the 5 of diamond turn, under the gun checks back. The river is a queen of diamonds, and I lead out to represent the flush. I guess I'm not fooling anyone here because under the gun immediately sticks it in with ace king with no diamonds. I lose a pretty sizable pot to someone I don't want to lose chips to, but I've definitely noted not only is he stubborn, but he's going to be calling very light. Well, that sucked. So getting back on the horse, jack 10 off in the hijack. I make it 1800 and the big blind defends. Flop comes queen 8 jack. When the big blind checks to me, and since I have the board range crushed here, I lead for 1300. My thought is let's go small with intention of sizing up on the turn. Big blind calls, and we see a turn card, which is a beautiful 9 hitting on the turn. Big blind checks to me. Now it's time to lay the trap. I check back. The river, 6 of spades, making sure I still have the nuts here. Big blind bets into me for a tiny amount of 1,500. That's not gonna cut it. I size up to 5,000. Big blind must have some type of hand because he's reaching for chips. Flicks in the call. Love to see it. Happy to go for value there and love scooping in these chips. How lucky. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Cooper, where are all your chips? Well, I made 1 or 2 punts with some bluffs,
and as well as the person we did not want to give chips to has been calling everyone down light. Everyone seems to want to bluff this guy. He's calling with any two bottom pairs, calling everyone, just keeps, or he keeps going runner, getting lucky. So I've got a little left. I see a jack and an 8 and it's semi-connected. I ship it in. He calls with an actual hand. Ace king. Can jack 8 hold? Let's find out. I get there on the river. I'm gonna live to fight another day against this villain. Now with some chips, the same villain is trying to battle with me again. He raises my big blind for the minimum. I'm gonna call with 2 suited cards. Flop comes 10 high. We've got a 10. Time to rip it all in. He calls our shove, and we show the same hand, but he's opening under the gun +1 with 8-10 off. I have no idea what's going on. We're gonna chop this one up.
Okay, we are on another break. Surviving. It's been weird. You start with 20,000. I've been up to 40, down to 6,000, back up to 35, and I just keep getting 2 pair versus 2 pair constantly, and I'm not being counterfeited either. We're both just hitting 2 pair. Keeps coming on the river, so I'm getting it in good, and then just losing on rivers a lot. Doesn't matter. That's okay. I think I'm coming back to about 40 people left. 15% WSOP make money. I think there's 115 that started, so we're getting kind of close to the money, but I am really short, so wish us luck for a run good here.
It's always nice to have a beautiful property to walk around, clear your head on these breaks. The exit's relatively close to the poker room, so seeing some of these sites is really easy to get to and get right back to the room after a 15-minute break, but time's up, cards are in the air, let's get back to it. There's no love lost and no time wasted. I'm all in for 10 big blinds coming right back from the break. And sure enough, the guy we don't want to give chips to is making the call. We're heads up again. Queen 10 suited against ace 2 off. Can we hold? We flopped the 10, dodged some straight outs and overcards, and we're able to double up once again.
Oh, because I keep doubling his ass up. I gotta get lucky one time.
Now with a really good hand on the button, I'm gonna jam in the face of our nice friend here in the big blind who has been our opponent all day long. Good luck, us.
Alright, show me what you're working with. Ace queen, jack 9, black
Baby.
Looking pretty good right now.
Oh, now we're okay. Finally.
Yikes. We actually ran relatively deep. We got 30th out of 100 and change. So, I mean, we did okay. Whoa. No cash. Let me just get down this ramp. Okay, we played good. We just couldn't spin it up there at the end. We had 10 big blinds left with 30 people remaining, 18 cashed. Folded to me, ace queen on the button. Gotta rip it. Ripped it. Got called by jack 9, and they ended up turning a full house. So, not so hot, but whatever. We had fun. We had a lot of good times there. Met some new people. Thunder Valley seems to be a good poker room. And I will be back at the WSOP circuit event here at Thunder Valley for the closer. Thanks for watching this far. Here's to the next one, guys.